Many SEs that I've worked with just want to do their job, keep their head down, and go home and hang out with the family. They don't want to differentiate themselves. They don't want to stand out. They just want to go under the radar, live their lives basically. And you know, if that's what you want to do, that's your choice. I don't think it's the right way to go. Not because we're looking for fame or we're looking for recognition or we're not looking for anything extraordinary. There are a couple reasons why I think we should be differentiating ourselves as sales engineers. Um, if you are recognized that you can help close deals, you have that teensy weensy bit more job security than SEs who just put their head down and work and do what they're told, basically. Uh, if they get to choose between someone who is famous for closing deals and someone who is not known for closing deals, who are they going to pick to keep? And sometimes it's not anybody's fault. Sometimes the market is just bad and they need to let someone go. So being known that you actually excel at your job is a good thing for you. And you also need to market yourself so people know that you're actually doing your job. This example, like, I hate that it is true, but here's an example. I had a couple of colleagues when I worked at Alcatel Lucent, and they did an amazing job. They would We were in support at the time. They would pick the hardest tickets to solve. When you're working on in support, sometimes you just have repeat issues where you can solve it within a day, you know what it is, or you have an idea. But sometimes you have tickets or issues, customer issues that you've never seen before. You're looking at the descriptions like that doesn't even make sense. And they picked some of those harder tickets, and they wouldn't tell anybody about it. It will take them maybe a day or two or a week or two, whatever it is, and they would solve the problem, and no one would know about it. Unfortunately, the manager thought that they weren't working because they were in the stats. They picked one ticket, two tickets, versus another guy who would pick 20 tickets of known issues that would take 5 minutes to solve because we've seen them all before. There are that tickets, and there are people who look at stats like that, and that could be the sign of a bad manager. Definitely is a sign of a bad manager, or at least one bad aspect of management. But it's not up to the manager to know. Like, we're supposed to tell them what we're doing. We're supposed to market ourselves. It's no one's gonna no one's gonna care about what you do as much as you do. Like, you have to let people know what you're doing. And those two friends of mine had the worst relationship with that manager because they're in their mind, they're thinking like, hey, we're doing everything, we're solving the hardest problems, why isn't he seeing that? Well, because he's not seeing that. He's not technical enough to know that the problems that you're solving are that complicated. He's just seeing a major issue that's being solved taking 2 weeks versus like something else that 20 tickets being solved in one day. Who would you think is doing a better job? So it is our job to market ourselves. That's how we differentiate ourselves, and you have to let people know of the work that you're doing. And as engineers, I know it's hard and I hate it. I didn't like to do it, but you get used to it. It is what it is. I'm not bragging about any of the work that I do. As a matter of fact, I can help other SEs. Like, one of my colleagues got this amazing email from the customer, and the customer CC'd me on it because I'm the team lead for that specific customer, and I immediately forwarded that email to my manager, so I can help others like market themselves. But if I wasn't CC'd, I wouldn't have known about it, and probably my manager would not have known about it. And they need to know. They need to know that the customer is happy with the specific SE or not. So market yourself.